A book that influenced me very much is the book of Sir Nicholas Stern, The Economics of Climate Change, a book in which he demonstrated that the cost of climate change will be terribly higher than the cost of avoiding climate change at a rate of at least 1 to 7. Not exactly a bedtime story, but a milestone in my discipline of environmental economics. The Ministry of Saxony-Anhalt asked to monitor, as we call it, control success or failure of the climate and energy program of Saxony-Anhalt with regard to indicators which we developed jointly with the ministries, also other stakeholders, to control the progress of the CEC, the Climate and Energy Concept, it's called in Magdeburg. Most of my colleagues here at the UFZ are natural scientists. They have often to deal with some problems that could be dealt with technology. So while we are working at the edge to society, so we are working to translate knowledge towards society. That's most prominent. And on the request of the society, for example, they want to know, are we successful with that programs? Do we achieve to our goals, or do we fail to achieve to our goals? Looking into the overall effect, we see that the main impact from climate change on Germany will be through this feedback, we call it feedback mechanisms of climate change in countries outside Europe. We are such an interconnected economy as a system that we will deal more with impacts in other countries, and so we need to focus our measures to adapt also not just on us, but also on other countries. Very currently, I'm coming down to where I sit from contract. We are partly contract financed for the UNDRR, an institution that deals with disaster risk. But they have some interest to study the pandemic and how we recover from the pandemic. They asked me, and that's what I'm actually doing, looking into the green content of recovery programs in Europe, but also beyond Europe.